MBS Tech Talk with R&D Lee. Hey guys, Joel Lee with MBS Tech Talk, bringing you today's talk on the Matrix 2 Pro truck and specifically changing our shock blocks. So basically this is the truck system that comes on the MBS Pro 97, the Dylan Warren Pro model, and I got that, but I'm a bit of a carver, so I want to swap these harder orange egg shocks out for some softer carvy yellows. So basically how to do that, this is much easier than it used to be on the old Matrix truck system. All you really need to do is to, your adjustment screws are located on the bottom side of the truck. Okay, so the first step is basically just to simply take one of these guys out. So 4mm hex key or Allen key, I'm using an electric screw gun just to make it a little faster. It's as easy as that, that guy's out. Once it is, then I can pull, see the little shock block there? You can simply pull that shock block out of the truck. Okay, it's easy as that. Do the same thing on the other side. It's out. Maybe open it up a little bit and pull that guy out. So as you can see, super duper easy to get those guys out. The next step is just to put them in, almost as easy as that. So take a couple of yellows here. You'll see when they sit in the truck, they are actually kind of tapered in like that. If you're trying to put them in like this, you're doing it wrong. Alright, so the first thing I want you to see is actually inside the truck here, there is a little channel, okay, that these shock blocks sit into. Get real close there if you can see that. Alright, and so the square, the actual metal washer on the bottom of your shock block slides into that channel, okay? So, but before you place them in there, what I do is I take my adjustment screw, alright, and I screw it in, but just a couple turns, okay? Just a couple turns, so it's actually biting the thread. But you can see that the end of the adjustment screw is actually sticking up above the surface, okay? And that gives me something to actually locate the shock block onto. So in the bottom of the shock block, you'll see right there, there's a hole, and that is what is going to be located on that pin. Okay, so once you have that there, I'm just going to slide that guy in until he goes straight onto the pin. Okay, and you'll hear a little click, and it sits nice and flush on that pin. Okay, so once you got that, close that guy down. And then go ahead and tighten up your adjustment screw. Now, as you tighten, okay, you'll actually see when you get all the way tightened in, it'll start to actually lift the washer off the truck right there, okay? When you've got to that point, you know you're all the way in and you just want to back off until it comes back down, okay? From there, the adjustment, obviously if you want to stiffen up your suspension, you tighten it and that compresses that shock block. If you want to loosen it up, you back it off until it's flush, okay? When you back it off, make sure you don't go past flush because then your adjustment screw will actually end up coming out. So make sure you're just either flush or compressed, alright? So once you have that side in, there's two ways to do the other one. One, if you have your trucks on your board, as you would normally, you can actually do the same thing that you did just then. Put your adjustment screw in and actually kind of get on your board, lean it up a little bit, and then place your shock block onto that pin. Same thing that we did just then. But I'm going to show you a second method, since this guy's actually not on a board. And that is to actually just take your shock block, okay? Right, boom. And you're just going to slide it in onto that channel as far as you can. Make sure it's in the channel, and you just kind of slide that guy in. And then all you're going to do is you're actually going to look through, and I don't know if you can see that, but you can see when the hole's actually lined up, okay? Right now it's not perfectly lined up, it's off just a little bit, alright? So all you do is you just kind of push it over, alright, until it is lined up. And then once you do, you can just see that with your eyes. You're going to drop your screw in, and then Bob's your uncle, give it a tighten. And then you're going to do the same thing that you did before, which is just to tighten that guy until he lifts off. You can see him starting to lift off right there. Okay, and then loosen up, back it off until it comes down flush again. Okay, and with that, I've swapped out my oranges for yellows. I'm ready to carve, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch future tech talks with me, R&D Joey. Downhill, super duper stable, really. And so